win by 2.
Not here, it's not.
Hey, they letting yoga instructors in the gym now.
Ball.
I just noticed you're not getting enough legs on the shot. Are you dehydrated?
$100, you can't make more shots.
Let's just do 300.
It's not my dad's money.
We ain't never gonna get a reparation that way, bro.
So I prefer Venmo or Zelle, but you seem like a Cash App guy, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, C5. You think you're slick, huh? Just showing up to court dressed like a dumbass, acting like you can't hoop.
You assumed I couldn't hoop because I'm white, which is incredibly outdated.
No, I assumed you couldn't hoop because you were dressed like a white girl at Whole Foods.
Where the love go?
It's really hard to plan for the future when we're always worried about money because you're out here living in a fantasy.
My 30-day detox program. You want a free sample?
Nah, I ain't drinking no boo-boo juice.
Babe, it's almost the first.
I'm gonna go tomorrow, I forgot.
Why don't you just go now?
It'll be fine. Hey, don't worry, mommy.
Don't worry, Mommy.
Every hooper I know is entering that big-ass tournament with a winner get $500,000.
I just need somebody who can play so I can make some money.
You're joking, right?
$500,000 for one day of hoop.
Yeah.
We can hustle a few games together to get the money for the entry fee.
I'll find some marks. Those short shorts look incredible on you. Throw them off their game. You have an OnlyFans? And we'll clean up. You gonna wear that trash bag?
You gonna wear that fake-ass Richard Simmons outfit?
I don't bluff, bro.
I bet y'all got one coming in these dinner.
Release for me. Release for me. That's the
I doubt that.
It's enough jokes. Then the sun died.
Don't spend any of the money until we can cover the fee.
I should be saying that to you.
Well, I'm good with money.
So am I.
So am I.
Me too.
Me too.
Where?
Word, bro.
If she's iffy, then the drugs go. If she's
Can I see you?
double cup toast, got a duffel full of hundreds, then the love go.
Buckets. What? Just wanted to see if you had superhuman hearing because of your...
Because of my what?
They're gonna kill him in the parking lot.
I'm out here. He got a flamethrower.
Flamethrower? What is this, Mad Max?
5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. I'll get the dope. I don't bluff, bro.
I don't know how much you talking trash lady today, but good work.
Thank you. You could talk way more trash out there. You have so much material I can't even touch.
Like what?
Never mind.
Oh. Tell us.
Where the love go?
Boom, there you go. That was a trailer for White Men Can't Jump, streaming right now on Hulu. It's your boy Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. And joining me to talk all things White Men Can't Jump, I have Heather. Don't hurt him, Heather. How are you, Heather?
I mean, white men can't do much of anything, but hi, how are you?
Great to see you. We've been meaning to do this, but we're still, and it's been a while, but we've just been so busy, but we're still getting it out to the people. So there we go. Yes, we're here. White Men Can't Jump, a remake of a classic from Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, but this time with, is it Kazani Wells? I think I'm brutalizing his name.
Probably. And you're
sure
going to brutalize it again when we do the blackening. So it's, it's fine.
Yes. Much better job, I think, in blackening. But this was my introduction to him. So the brothers got range. Shout out to him. And the non-baller, but is our Woody in this. I'm forgetting his name too. I'm still unprepared.
Jeremy. Please, Jeremy.
Yes. And he's like a singer turned actor.
Yeah, he dropped an IP that went like platinum the week we went, the week this came out. So when I did the press conference, which the world, by the way, we are so sorry, Disney. The world fell out from under me, so you can blame me on this. Don't blame Kuya P. But I saw the press conference with this, and like literally during the press conference, the week of his most recent track went platinum. So you know what? Shout out Harlow. Congrats on that.
Jack Harlow. Yes. Okay, Jack Harlow. And not to knock my man's ball skills, but I had I follow a bunch of other comedians that worked on this project, and I'm just saying, Jack, man, you took this job, but you're not really a baller. At least that's what I heard. And you had ghost hands to be your shot maker for you. I'm just saying, man, maybe balled up a little. Anyway, you're still winning in life, Jack. Come on now. You're gonna get ribbed for not having ball skills because you're making money. You're doing well. Life is your oyster right now. So anyway, White Man Can't Jump though. Y'all got involved with this. And so we gotta drop our thoughts. This is a remake of a Woody and Wesley classic. What did you think of this remix version, Heather, of this classic film?
Great soundtrack. I mean, I'll do the compliment sandwich to try and make some positives. Really great soundtrack. Very upbeat, made fun of white hipsters like crazy. I feel seen. There was a lot of fun to it. There were some great moments that were specifically made to reflect. So there are original scenes recreated in the exact same locations. But the movie, it didn't have the same flow. To play on it, it's white men can now jump. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that we stole that from people. It's another thing we stole. I'm so sorry.
Heather.
I just self-deprecate. It's fine. It's not the stereotypes that the original played on that made it such an impact, because they were not they were stereotypes on both sides of the playing field, don't matter as much. Like them trying to hustle the way they did in the original, it doesn't mesh anymore now, because anyone can be a great a baller. I'm a white woman, so I'm so sorry. But it's one of those where it didn't work as well. The soundtrack was great, had a fun moral to the story, and Black women still take on all the roles, and it showed everyone that they're still responsible for everything. So
I feel that. I would echo. I think now, since it's been some time since this film dropped, I didn't hate it. I think what hurt the film for me was just calling it White Man Can't Jump. It had some semblance and some story points and some similarities, but it is wholly its own self, which is I think better. Well, not better than the original film, but I think it being titled White Man Can't Jump, having that classic tie to it, hurt it for me optically. If it was called something else, I think I would. It was just a good film, not great film. It was an average film, and I think having that aura of being like this remake of White Man Can't Jump just defeated it in my mind, because it's like, how do you redo a classic? I think both our leads, Jack and Kazani Wells, and again, my apologies to the co-leads. I think they had good chemistry. I think not Woody Wesley, type energy. But could they get there in time? Yes. Jack could, had some great scenes, as did the other gentleman. So hopefully one day they'll be our next Woody and Wesley. But for this wasn't the same pairing as Woody and Wesley, who to me at that point just had dynamic chemistry, had both individually kind of killed it in their own separate roles, and then came together as a superstar team with this. And so that's what made White Man Can't Jump so memorable. But again, so that's why it's kind of hard to compare classic with this. But I think this was a fun film. But just to me, its knock was it being in the vein of the OG classic. But I had a good time with it. Thinking back, and I would watch it again. There were some different moments in here that were enjoyable, but there's also some cringe stuff, because I think again, these gentlemen are still building their career as actors. So that's what kind of held it back in a way. But not a bad film, not a great film, but just a decent film. And if you're a lazy Sunday, a good check-in to watch. And what made it great, and to your point, Heather, a lot of what you said, I would echo. Some certain moments that they brought it back to, they reshot in specific areas that they did the classic, and just and kind of tweaked it in now, because again, there's some great white basketball players now, and it's a different time period now, and it's a different situation from back then to now. And so I think they really did a great job making it more contemporary to where they are in the world with life in general, and these kind of characters that would inhabit this space. It works. So yeah, not great, but not bad either for me. Across the board for you?
Yeah, it's about the same. I can agree. It's unfortunate that the name matched, because in reality, this is a fun family film. There is some cursing, but nothing more that you would see in a regular video game. If you're allowing your child to watch Deadpool, they can watch this and be there no problem. But it's one of those where it kind of lacked on. We had some really great characters. These two,
yes, I'm
going to Miles Bullock and Vince Staples. Freaking saved the damn movie. They're 10.5 minutes in this film. It's probably more than that. It's probably more like 20. But the two of them together made this film so great. And I would literally take out the entire rest of the film just to watch their scenes. They were wonderful. But one thing that, just to echo off that, and then we'll be done with this, is really quick review, as we said. One of the great things about this is that the contemporary story that they told, actually, one thing that I really loved is that it shows the differences between now and then, but how there are also still similarities. Like a lot of the story, a lot of the issues that were happening in the first one are still prevalent today. There are still very real issues in this world, and a lot of it has to do with equality and race. And I really like that they kind of pushed that, and they made that very clear, and it was really nice. And I'm sorry, final thing. The fact that I did not know that Lance Reddick was in this movie, and Patrick made me watch it. Kuya P made me watch this and did not warn me. I will never trust him again, because I broke. R.I.P. Lance. We love you and miss you.
Rest in peace, Lance. It was a pleasure to meet you and work with you on The Wire. And my sincerest condolences to you, Heather. My apologies. I didn't mean to make you cry. But I have mad love for Lance as well. And sometimes certain actors just pop up and you're like, oh, I didn't know that was their last work. Like there's a couple of other projects recently, and it's like, you just feel like they're still here. Their presence exists, and they live on with this film. So check out Lance Reddick, if anything. If you're a fan of Lance Reddick and White Man Can't Jump. But there you go. Thank you, Heather. We echo, not great, but not bad. Good, fun family film. Different from the OG, but if this makes you check out the OG, if you didn't know there was an OG, go check out the OG Woody Harrelson classic and Wesley Snipes. There you go. So White Man Can't Jump 2023 is streaming right now on Hulu. If you want to chat with us and talk more about this, you can hit us up in the comments below. But follow us, get into us, hit us up, let us know what we should watch, check out all of the things. Heather, how can people check you out online?
You can follow me on you can follow me at
we have words.
Heather. I don't know. You can follow me at Nerd on Twitter and at Heather is a Nerd on TikTok and Instagram. And by the way, for those of you who do not have the Disney Plus Hulu bundle, because they are slowly integrating both, White Man Can't Jump is also on Disney Plus right now.
Hey, thank you, Disney, making our money go even longer. For me, it's the Legend Kuya P on Twitter, TikTok, IG, Hive, and of course here with Heather and the whole squad at the NRW and Release Wednesday, where nerds rule the world. That has been our thoughts, our feelings, our vibes on White Man Can't Jump. Let us know if you're checking it out as well and what you think in the comments below.